How y'all doing? It's been a minute since I made a video, but we back in it like I never left. Um, so I just wanted to talk about today um, parasitic perceptions and the people of the parasite. They're pretty much the same thing, the people of the parasite have the parasitical perceptions, and that's what makes them the people of the parasite. Um, so the whole thing is uh, the biggest parasite we have right now is Jesus, not Christ, but Jesus, and the biggest paradise we have is Yahushua, and that's the real, true um, name of the being that achieved the Horus effect. He was able to secure himself and self-sustain himself without actually using other beings' energy and power to do so. So he had to go 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness and be tempted by Satan to basically start using the power of the world rather than the power of his own word internally. So Jesus has been, can't even say Jesus has been, but that idea, that egregor has been putting people into the system of parasite, of the parasitical people, parasitic perceptions. But Jesus, the egregor, is dead. So the only thing people are really doing, they're just going off the spiritual system that's still implemented into their morphogenic resonances. And you can't say it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's really up to their perception. But chilling with my familiar. But you're always gonna have inklings of the truth being revealed to you, whether it be like you meeting somebody and you're like, this person is literally perfect for me, and he's not perfect or she's not perfect herself, but her completeness and my completeness are perfect for each other. But then that spiritual system of parasitical perception of what I just talked about will come in and start giving you thoughts and feelings that, nah, he ain't the one, she's not the one. Let's start self-sabotaging. And no one is above spiritual whispers. No one. That's why what Yahushua actually did when he went into the desert, he was refining his space. So he took it to the point where his emotional space was completely deserted. So there was no spirits there anymore. And then he had to build up the spirits again, all the way from the bottom to the top. Basically making it so the spirits are spirits of self-substantiation without sacrificing yourself or sacrificing others. So you don't become, that which you hate in the world, or that's what you dislike, which would be parasites, which would be, basically that. And so he did that. And he had to, because you have to refine your space to allow the type of spirits you want around you and into you. And the only way to do that is through refinement. And if you don't, you're always going to be, even if you're trying to go to the space you're trying to go to, you're not going to be going there, because the spirits around you are going to always be shooting that down. They're going to be shooting you down. They're going to be putting you crabs in a bucket, crabs in a barrel, and you're not going to get there. You're only going to get, and if you do get there, you're going to still have those spirits around you fucking you over, fucking you up internally, because they're going to be whispering all sweet nothings or sharp somethings. You know what I'm saying? and it's always going to be not in your favor, more so. So ultimately, the solution that I see for this is to truthfully refine your morphogenic resonance to a point where you only allow the most high spirits within your space. And the most high spirits don't come into your space until that point, because they realize that if they go down there into your dirty ass space, they're going to get dirty themselves. And they're wise enough not to do so, not to do that. So you have to be wise enough to make a space that's going to be refined enough for a caliber of a being that you want to have in your space. So if you want to have goddesses in your space, you got to have that caliber. If you want to have gods in your space, you got to have that caliber, that quality. You want to have, you know what I'm saying, jinn in your space, you got to have that quality. You got to have demons in your space, you got to have that quality. And no, people nowadays don't really notice because it's very subtle, because other beings on the level of Yahushua, Yahweh, not Yahweh, but Yahushua, they have been fighting a war right in front of your faces. And now the beings that were, quote unquote, the other end of that, the other end that's fighting against the paradise on earth, as it is in heaven, is very subtle. They're very subtle to the point where you wouldn't even notice them if you're not fucking paying attention. And even if you are paying attention, you still in your mind have a stronghold for a certain one of them, because you feel like, oh, nah, I was given this. This is mine. He came to me personally. So and so, such and such. So basically, that stronghold is going to be the idea that, nah, this spirit here, this spirit is different from all the other spirits that, quote unquote, make me self-sabotage in my life and make me do things that I don't want to do through the whisperings in my ear, the tingling in my inner ear. But no, you know, Jesus is one of the biggest ones right now, and he's not even here no more. Like the actual essence of that egregor is destroyed in all actuality. So what people are really holding up now is dead energy. And I don't know exactly for how long it's been dead energy. I'm getting 2 millenniums. So what have people been building up with this perpetuation of death? Sounds like society to me. Sounds like the secret society to me. Sounds like the social media that has been used to spread information, of course, but it's also been used to spread viruses. And the worst type of viruses, they're mental viruses. So yeah, I just want to put this video out there because I've already talked to the world. I've already told it what's the case. But you got to put it on YouTube too to seal the deal. And ultimately, the key to all this is just patience, your perception, and refinement of both of those simultaneously, synchronously, synchronistically. I was trying to say the other word, synchronically. What the fuck? I sound like I got dyslexia or something. But yeah, just be careful out there, guys. Be careful in your own space, because the subtlety of these spirits right now is at an all-time high, because they can't do what they want. You know what I'm saying? in your face anymore, because everything is pretty much amplified to the point where you're like, wait, that's narcissistic right there. That dude right there is a narcissist. That female right there is a narcissist. And code name narcissist is just meaning that um, they allow spirits within them that are hell bent on destruction of relationship with others while still keeping that other around them. So basically, you're in a destroyed as house and home, but they want to keep you around because they like the way you make them feel. But they don't want to make you know, they don't want to allow you to know that they like the way you feel. So they want to keep you on your toes and keep you second guessing and keep you this or that. And it's like, that's bullshit. I don't deserve that. Shit, you don't deserve to be like that. So I'm out. Peace. Love y'all.